Mr. Zondi, good evening. Thanks very much for your time. I must say from the outset that Webster Mfebe, who was here last night, exonerated you and said you had nothing to do with this. But people who have seen you storming meetings and making demands find it hard to believe that.
Greetings, Vuyo and the listeners. Yes, my name is Malusi Zondi, of course, the president of Federation for Radical Economic Transformation. Vuyo, I must first begin by saying, yes, it is factual that we have started the project, not Vuyo of storming sites, but a project of saying how black African people in particular do benefit in their local economic development, because there are plenty of development that has been happening in their eyes, but unfortunately those with companies, they come to us and say they've been excluded from the mainstream economy and they think they shall do it. They shall go to people who are developers, and unfortunately they say they shall come and demand at least 30% minimum. We have met with Mr. Webster Mfebe, I must say. You will remember, Vuyo, that there was a formation of Dela Ngokubona Business Forum and other forums, not now. It was 4 years back, and of course, through the media, we are regarded as mafia, and so forth and so forth. Vuyo, we started this project 4 years back, and we have learned our lesson, because I must say, young people, women, people living with disability, including the MKM veteran, and also people who are males who are beyond 35 years old. They came to us, particularly as young people, and said, listen, guys, we fought our struggle, but we strongly believe that currently the economy is not on our hands. However, there are policies that exclude us from the mainstream economy, and we strongly believe that maybe you can assist to make sure that we do participate. So, Vuyo, it is not factual that we are mafia, particularly as the Federation for Radical Economic Transformation, but the journey, must say, was never good until we met with Webster, until we met with other associations, including professionals, developers, and different sectors, which came to us and sat us down and said, Federation, please intervene into this process. We all are chasing away investor confidence. We have to sit down and make sure that at least we reach a consensus, find remedy, and we work together. Indeed, we made sure that last year we sit with the municipality, we engage our provincial leadership, national leadership to say, we don't want to fight, we just want to change the policy, change the system, and make sure that people do participate meaningfully, especially in their local development activities.
Now, if then, as you say, you have learnt your lessons and have now decided to engage a lot more constructively, what then are you doing about those that Webster Mfebe says continue to use and abuse your name and continue to terrorize the construction industry to the detriment of the industry and of investment, as you yourself has just highlighted?
Vuyo, well, even if we're doing, I must say, because storming a site doesn't mean that I'm going to kill a person. Well, it's only maybe a barrier of language, because when we are saying we are storming sites, it's something else. But people from the local area, we usually come to where a development takes place, and we question who is participating in that development. We negotiate. We'll find maybe a project manager that will say, these are the local people that I've adopted. We'll do our own verification. Unfortunately, we'll find out that those people are not from the area. Some come from different areas, yet there is a skill from the local area. And it's where we intervene, particularly as threats. But I must say again, Vuyo, Federation for Radical Economic Transformation, it is an amalgamation of different business forums. As I've mentioned before, there is Dela Ngokubona Business Forum, there's Youth in Action, there's Women in Business, there's different associations that form Federation for Radical Economic Transformation. And the journey, we began it long time ago, which was 4 years. Unfortunately, again, we struggled to get most of different stakeholders on board to say, let's
I got that. I got that. What I was asking now was what you are doing about those that are not prepared to engage constructively. What are you doing to prevent the industry from, the construction industry in South Africa from collapsing? What are you doing to ensure that the investors who you say we need in this country do not, turn their backs on this industry because of the disruptions that they have seen? Or do you not think that you have a role in that?
People who are burning things down, I must say, those people are very wrong. We are not here to burn things down. Our economy needs to be strengthened. What we have done as Frets, we have made sure that we engage senior leadership. We had a conference last year held at eThekwini, led by the municipality in partnership with Frets. They took resolutions to say we are working together, RET will be adopted. And those who've got businesses and those with interest of businesses, they will come forward and they will declare their interest in terms of sectors which they want to participate in. Like I've said again, we have met with Mr. Webster, leading SAFSEC. We have met with leadership of Master Builders Association. We have met with different developers in Durban and in different areas to say, how do we work together? But unfortunately, there are those people who see that there is no need for us to work together with formalized institutions. They want to take a diverted route. And those people, we are saying to them, there is a structure which is Frets. But we are having also, I must say, the leadership of the province, led by MEC Sihle Zikalala. We are having a summit which will be held on the 28th and the 29th, whereby we are bringing all people on board who've got different initiatives in business, but also those who are in local levels, in councillors, in different municipalities, to say they must come on board, so that together we formalize and have a regulation that will identify what is a business forum. We need that on board, Vuyo, because we cannot go on pretending that the industry is growing. Yes, maybe our intention, our business initiatives, maybe currently it's hijacked by thugs. Therefore, we must be able to separate thuggerism and those with interest of making sure that the industry is growing, investors are coming on board, because we need to take South Africa forward.
Well, let's hope you do indeed drive the thugs away and the violence and intimidation does indeed stop. Malusi Zondi, he is the president of the Federation for Radical Economic Transformation.